Are you ready to watch your money grow this year? What if I told you there is a way you can exponentially increase your money this year? Would you be interested? Well, if you are, make sure you watch this entire video because we will be talking about some amazing basic rules that will help you achieve your financial goals this year. Before moving ahead, welcome to Luxury Mojo, the largest YouTube channel about finance and luxurious living. Please take a brief moment to go down and touch the like button, and if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, go to Subscribe Luxury Mojo to stay connected. Money management is about more than just ending up being good with money. Don't worry if you're not a mathematical genius, outstanding maths qualifications are required. All you need is a simple understanding of addition and subtraction. When you have good financial skills, life is much simpler. Your credit score and the amount of debt you end up carrying are influenced by how you invest your money. If you're having problems with money management, one example being living paycheck to paycheck despite earning enough for the cost of living in your area, here are some ideas to help you change your financial habits. Don't just think you can afford anything when you're faced with a spending decision, particularly one that involves a large amount of money. Check to see if you can afford the purchase and that you haven't already used those funds for anything else. This will help you decide whether you can afford a purchase with your budget and balance your checking and savings accounts. Remember that just having the money does not mean you can make a purchase. The bills and costs you pay before your next payday are also to be considered. It is fun to buy scads of fancy gadgets, but headaches may come at the end of the month, and higher income will not solve your problems until you learn how to handle your money. Managing a household is not a game, and neither is working. Practice money management techniques to get what you want without the stress. Number 1. Have a budget and stick to it. Many people avoid budgeting because they believe it will be a tedious method of listing expenditures, adding up figures, and double-checking that all of it is in order. When it comes to budgeting, you can't afford to make excuses if you're not good with money. Why wouldn't you spend a few hours per month working on a budget to keep your expenses under control? Focus on the benefit that budgeting can add to your life, rather than the task of making one. Also, if you make a budget and then put it away in a folder on your bookshelf or a file cabinet, it's pointless. It's a good idea to return to it throughout the month to help you make spending decisions. It should be updated as bills are paid and other monthly costs are incurred. You should know how much money you have available to spend at any given time during the month, taking into account any remaining expenses. Number 2. Keep track of your spending. Little expenditures add up quickly, and before you know it, you've gone over budget. Begin monitoring your spending to identify areas that you might be overspending in without realizing it. Save your receipts, and keep track of your expenses in a spending log, categorizing them so you can see if you're having trouble tracking your spending. The net gain, or the amount of money left over after subtracting your expenses from your income, is an important part of your budget. You can use any money you have left over for fun and entertainment, but only up to a specific limit. You can't get crazy with this cash, mainly since it probably isn't much and must last the entire month. Make sure that any major purchases you make would not conflict with something else you have planned. Number 3. Don't make any new monthly bill commitments. This means maybe you don't take a loan only because your income and credit qualify you for it. Many people mistakenly believe that if they applied for a credit card or a loan that they couldn't afford, the bank would deny them. The bank just knows your stated income and the debt obligations on your credit report. It does not know any other obligations that would preclude you from making your payments on time. Based on your income and other monthly commitments, you must assess for yourself if a monthly price is affordable. Number 4. Make certain you have the best deals. The willingness to postpone gratification will go a long way toward improving your financial situation. Rather than sacrificing more critical necessities or replacing a significant transaction on a credit card, deferring large transactions gives you more time to consider whether the purchase is worthwhile and even more time to compare costs. You will stop paying interest on a trade if you save instead of using credit. And if you save instead of skipping payments or commitments, you won't have to live with the many adverse effects of not paying them. You will save most of your money by comparison shopping and making sure you're finding the best offers on goods and services. Whenever possible, look for discounts, coupons, and less costly alternatives. Number 5. Limit credit card purchases and regularly add to your savings. Credit cards are the worst enemy of a poor spender. When you run out of money, you quickly reach for your credit cards regardless of whether or not you can afford to pay off the balance. Avoid using your credit cards to make purchases you can't afford, particularly for things you don't need. Putting money into a savings account every month will help you develop good financial habits. You can also set up the money so that your checking account automatically transfers your money to the savings account. You won't have to recall much to transition to saving this way. Number 6. Set financial goals. Set short and long-term financial goals with your partner. Put them in writing, along with a roadmap to meet them. Save for a dream holiday, pay off the mortgage, put money away for retirement, and grow with the economy. Number 7. Invest money for a bright future. Savings provide a safety net in an emergency, but saving is also needed to achieve long-term financial goals. Don't let your money sit in a bank account or a savings account, as inflation would eat away at its value. If you saved enough money for an emergency, start investing in appropriate financial instruments to grow it. Number 8. Use personal finance software. If making a budget from scratch seems daunting, or if you're not confident in your ability to arrange it or track every purchase you make, personal finance apps will help. There's no reason to be discouraged when there are resources available to make things a lot simpler. Personal finance apps such as Mint or MoneyStrands, both of which are available for free, are ideal for the job. They'll show you all of your account balances and transactions, as well as track your spending patterns so you can see where you've gone over budget. They'll even keep track of your investment portfolio and remind you of spending expenses. It takes practice to be good with money. You might not be used to planning and deferring transactions until you can afford them at first. The more you implement these practices into your everyday routine, the easier it will be to handle your money and improve your financial situation. Develop your money management skills regularly. Perhaps you consider yourself a novice when it comes to money management. But note that every guru in the field of finance management was once a novice. Why not enroll in a personal finance course? You can find free or low-cost online personal finance courses that provide in-depth tips on spending less, saving more, managing your money better, and investing it. We've reached the end of our to-do list. We'd love to know which of these money management tips you think you'll find the most useful, and if you have anything to add to the list, let us know in the comments. Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe to Luxury Mojo so you never miss another video.